All right. Welcome to Beyond the Barbell, NPC, Figure Star Sunday. Show them all Sundays. So, how's everyone doing today?
I mean, I could
Sunday. It's us getting ready for the week. Start
Mhm.
off with a good note. How you feeling, sis?
I can't. I mean, I could complain, but I don't think anyone cares. But I'm doing good. My skin is clear. My stomach is fed. I can't complain. I'm not dieting, so I'm perfect. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a great leg day fun day. It was good. I killed myself. I'm ready to be sore tomorrow. So
Mhm.
I can't complain. I got no complaints. I'm well set.
Okay, let's see. That's what we should just start with. We ate. We had we had no restrictions.
Well, I had restrictions, but I also had sushi yesterday, which wasn't too bad.
What's your favorite sushi roll?
Okay, so I'm fat, so it's definitely not gonna be raw. It's gonna be deep fried.
Anything tempura.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
ain't no wrong with that. We just have taste. That's all.
Exactly. Hey, I mean, I gotta enjoy this improving season, but at the same time, still keeping it at a
I mean,
decent.
honestly, if Johnny's with it, if you're with it, I'm with it. So
Hey,
that's
as long as we don't touch that 160, we are good.
okay. I mean, I might be over that, but I'm good. I'm not, but still.
Oh, you're fine. You are
Oh
fine.
man. Okay, so
But
who's talking to today?
who are we talking to? Okay, so getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. Today we will be talking to NPC figure athlete Sheena Williamson. Uh,
Hmm?
um, Super excited to talk to her. I want to say it's Texas. I was out there checking out a show. Super supportive. I see her post all the time. She just did nationals. I'm not sure exactly when she's competing again this upcoming season, but I'm sure she's working on that. So let's get her in here and let's see what she has to say. Let's get to know a little bit about
All right.
Hey,
Hey,
ladies.
Hey, hey. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
yes, welcome. Thank you for giving us some of your time. I understand that everyone's busy, but thank you for giving us a little bit of your time to come on here and talk a little bit about yourself. We really think it's important to be able to talk to all of the figure athletes. It's great that we talk to our pros and figure sisters that we get on stage with, but I also think it's very important that we do talk to our up and coming
Mhm.
pros who are getting ready to go for their pro cards. I think it's important that we do highlight them because that's just as hard.
Mhm.
No, as a figure amateur and who watch all of this as a, I'm someone who just started to figure. I didn't start in any other division. Like when you guys did the first, and I was like, yes, come on, see more. And it's even better that you guys reach out to amateurs because it's cool for divisions like wellness and men's physique, like they have their dedicated pages and places that they go. But since you guys started this, it's allowed, I think, everybody just who figure is and who is representing us. So it's kudos to you. If 2022 was just the beginning, I think y'all are gonna blow it up. So thank you guys for giving a voice to not only the pros, but to said it's important when we look at you guys that we see you guys on this kind of platform because where we're trying to go. So it's pretty dope.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, it lets us know that we're doing a job and sticking to what we have to do as far as what our mission is, and bringing popularity back into the division. Because it's not like we're not there. It's not like the athletes are not there. It's just we don't get to hear from them. We don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So thank you for continued support. But
Figure
shout
assist me.
out to us.
Yes.
Number one, of course, the number one thing that I'm always going to ask first, why figure?
Mm.
I can get my legs down to do bikini or anything else. I always think bodybuilding found me to compete. I was kind of like most people that bodybuild. Played ball in high school, and I'm a military brat, so I grew up pretty much in all over, but mostly in Colorado is where I grew up. I've always been active. I'm always in the gym, and I was actually working at 24-hour fitness part-time when one of the bikini competitors, she was like, "Have you ever thought about competing?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about, but no." So I went to a show on her recommendation, and I saw it, and I was just, I'm thinking competing bodybuilding. I'm thinking she's talking about, immediately I thought of that show that used to come on in the 90s.
The Gladiators, or
Yes,
I
that's
love
exactly
that.
what it
American
was.
Gladiators?
I need them to bring that back. Can I be
What?
on?
They really
Listen,
need to bring it back.
playing the
That's
fighting on the stilts with the giant Q-tips.
with the man trying to knock
Okay.
somebody off. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was cool. That's what I thought of when but then going to a show, it kind of opens up your mind. You're just like, oh, that's so. When she was like, well, what do you think you'd want to do? I said, definitely not bikini. Not to type anyone. I was like, that I'm not that bubbly. I'm just boom, bam. Let me just go ahead and get off the stage. So tried and figure ever since. So yeah. Again, I think figure chose me, but I'm very appreciative that it chose me because I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we are glad to have you here. That's number one. Thank you for joining the dark side.
Is it really dark though? Is it really dark? Because
I mean,
it's sun. Okay, it's shining over here.
well, it's always the dark side when people don't know about it, right? It's always unknown when people don't or have misconceived notions about that division. And it's tough because we balance two things. You want the femininity side, you want the muscular side, you want whatever, and it's just all wrapped up in a nice delicate package that you put together on that stage. We all do, and it's, again, this is your moment, so you talk about how that feels for you. And figure chose each and every one of us, so it's exciting that it just resonates with us in a different way. Each person has a story and a reason as to why they chose it, and it's inspiring, even as professionals, even as pros, hearing it from amateurs, because again, we were all amateurs not too long ago, so we're no different. So
yeah,
your time is coming too, so speak highly of yourself as well.
Yes.
No, listen. 2020 a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even just going through like a pandemic. It was that time of, damn, do I even want to do this? To a point where it was just like, I got burnt out. I was doing, the show was 2017. I was competing just here in Texas. With the coach I had then, she was great, but it got to a point where it was kind of like plateauing. Just that I wanted to make, and then of course, it's just like all the gyms shut down, so it's like, do I really do this at home? Are we even gonna be able to do a show? Because at that time I was prepping home to Colorado to do a show, so I could be in front of family. And I was just like, whew, I don't know. So it was just kind of a time of and then I got with my new coach, who's my coach now, Anton, it's kind of like passion kind of reignited. Was just
Mhm.
like, okay, this is what I want to do. What do we have to do to get there?
Mm.
So even still, it's different, but he challenges me and I've been challenged before. But also he puts it on me to be like, all right, if you're gonna do that, then we're not gonna do it, you know.
Mm.
So it's that's pretty much 22 was about. Going through PEPs, you just kind of go through the motions, and even this last prep I did for nationals, it was still there, but still wasn't locked in like I needed to be, and it showed. It definitely showed.
It's a lesson.
That's
Mm.
a lesson.
That's
Big
okay.
lesson, because the nationals it's not cheap, and so that was a expensive lesson that I needed. But like I said, had to sit real heart to heart with myself about what I wanted to do for this. I wanted to do it. You know, questioning. All right, either you're all the way in, locked in for yourself, or tap out. You can do other
Mhm.
things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And no one's put a real gun to your head making you do this. This is something that you choose to do. So
Mhm.
either be all in. We are all in for 2023.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. You know, I say it all the time. Our sport, yes, it's physical, obviously, but this isn't there at the time, and this will follow suit. So this is
say it again
so
for everybody in that. Because
yes.
seriously, that's the biggest thing I've learned. Even though you hear it so many times, it's still one of those things. And not mentally connected with what you're gonna do. Everything
Mhm.
else doesn't fall into place. You know, you can't visualize this path that you're trying to take, and you can't put those steps into place on how you need to get there. It definitely makes a difference when you're totally locked in, but you understand only control what you can control. So everything else is going to happen around you. Life is going to happen. You're going to lose people. You know, it happens. Those relationships die and move on. I stick with you and be like, okay, you said you're going to do it. So what are we doing? Are you going to do it?
Right.
Yeah, being locked in 100%, no matter if Olympian stage, national stage, it's got to be there or it's not. Things that throw you off, it can really throw you off. You saw
Mhm.
that, you know, to the Olympia for the first time, and you saw that with a lot of people on that stage where something happened and it was just kind of threw everything off, and it's like, okay, that's not the person that we were used to see. Even on an amateur level, I think it's the same thing when you aren't locked in all the way, and that's just like, you know, that's not what I wanted to present on stage, but you can only control what
Exactly. You know, I will say this. I've been there. That was my first Olympia, and yes, mentally I was a lot to do with me being sick. But yes, that was just, I gather, or the feeling that I got because I wasn't as I should have been. Being that I also was sick, things happen, but to see myself that way, knowing I'm just gonna look a certain way, I think that was like the mental of like, okay, I know what this feels like.
Mhm.
This again, and sometimes we need that lesson.
you
Sometimes we need that
definitely.
lesson, and you know, also keep in mind that every prep, there's always going to be some
Mhm.
adversity somewhere. It just happens, but it's just up to us on how we deal with that, how we deal with the stress, and how we deal with overcoming that, so that we still come out on top
Mhm.
and finish the prep successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've got 2023 coming in. We're here. Any plans so far for the upcoming season?
When I'm ready, I'll be ready. That's pretty much what we decided.
Ain't nothing
It
wrong
kind
with
of
that.
it's a double-edged sword because I am very much I like to know okay, you get what I need to get in place, to do that. But I don't necessarily work to a certain degree. So
Yeah.
this time it's just listening, pushing. Um, right now it's still like it's off season seat within striking distance. So not, like you said, we not trying to go crazy, have fun over Christmas break and all the holidays. But I always, after every show, I always have Hop Dotty. I don't know if you guys have ever been or have heard of it. If
What is it?
It's called Hop Dotty. It's a
Nah.
place.
It's good.
There's
I mean, we're
one
from
here.
New York, so we'll come down to the South and try it out and let you know what we think. You feel
Well,
me?
because you're in Texas, right?
Yeah, there's one. It's a chain, but I know that they have them a couple places. There's one up the street from me, but they have some truffle. They have truffle fries.
Yeah, we gotta. We're coming down to Texas soon, so I'm gonna tag you if I don't like it.
I can only speak for me and my taste buds.
I'm gonna still eat it though. I'm gonna still eat it.
It's burger and fries, but the truffle fries I do recommend. They're delicious.
Okay. So is that your go-to cheat meal?
Honestly, yeah. I've always since I started competing, I've always had a good burger and fries. But my cheat meals can be peanut butter for all. I'm not a picky eater. If it's on there, I can have, say less.
Right.
I'm gonna eat it.
Right.
I don't blame you.
But
don't put no nuts on my plan. Don't give me no nut butter. Like,
it's a struggle. It's a struggle because peanut butter is life. Peanut butter is life.
That sounds like somebody I know. Yeah.
What? I remember my grandmother came in one day and she's like, "Look, I got you a jar of Skippy." And I was like, "Take it back."
Yeah. Listen, one spoon can turn into the whole jar, and I'm not even gonna lie. Mine was, what is my vice? My vice was cheese doodles. Okay, that's it. So simple. It was just a bag of cheese doodles, puffs. I go crazy with that. You know what I mean? Now I don't even look at them. Like off season, when I can have it, I don't want it.
Yeah.
When I can't have it,
I don't keep anything that I'm not supposed to eat in my house. Like, so, like, come over there, like, Auntie, I got no snacks. Nope. Not around this time, I don't. We can go to
right. Well, I can't. My partner, my boyfriend can't.
My freezer is full of cookies, but if I'm in a good mental state throughout the prep, like I'm good. But once you get to a point where like I'm starting to be stressed because I am stressed, that's not what we want to have the sweets in the freezer.
Right. That's funny. Well, okay, we know what to stay away from, and we know what to try when we go down to Texas, and in between shows.
Yes. But before we do this segment, are followers, people who are inspired by you, people who are just thinking about competing, what are some words of wisdom that you want to leave them?
Yeah.
I would just say, well, a lot of the episodes and all the girls always give great advice. I say for me personally, you're going to find out a lot about yourself during this whole process. So whether you always find out something different about yourself. So just say take it and add that to that self-learning process. I mean, if you're not growing in this, something's wrong, because this force you to grow. I mean, whether that's well, both on stage and off stage, but I think since it is so mental, you really protect your space, protect your peace, whatever that is to you. I guess that would be number two. If this again is a goal that you have, and we have people around us that this is a very individualized sport, so protect yourself. Maybe you can't have this certain person around you, unfortunately. It'll reveal things that you might need to see about that person. So just, I would also say, find something outside of the stage also. Don't moment on the stage.
Yeah.
Find something outside of bodybuilding. So whether it's, volunteer at a show, maybe that's something you like to do to help other competitors. More than enough things outside of the stage that you can volunteer at. I think that's the first time I actually saw Zenobia Hannah was at the 2019 Europa. I was helping, and that was the first time I saw Zenobia, and I was like, look at her shoulders. That was my first time like seeing like actual figure pros like in person. Show look, everybody looks huge on stage, but you see them, it's just like, oh my god, like ass,
You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but you said something that is important. The presence of, I think when some of us turn pro, we forget where we started and we don't interact with the people that we were competing against that got us to the level, you know what I mean? And it's like being at, seeing a pro at an amateur show, it's like, oh, so you're actually, you get it, you know what I mean? You want to interact with us. And it's like, we get our pro card and we're like, nose in the air. We don't see nobody. Right. And I think that's important because again, I may have just gotten my pro card last week, and then I'm no longer going to NPC shows with the people that I was chilling with or competing against or friends with, outside of the competition stage. So it's like, I think you said something that we will take to heart, and we do plan on going to collectively, Beyond the Barbell does plan on going to more NPC shows and just showing support. Okay, yeah, and I'm happy you.
No, but again, that goes back to the important that you guys started this was because, again, we've seen pros. I might know of them or might have seen them, but you never really get to see our figure pros speak. You don't get to see their personalities necessarily unless you're like unless you maybe everybody knows Sid. Everybody for the most part, if not, you should. That you see her personality on stage. You see when she speaks. You see what her personality is like. People, maybe even if they're local, sometimes you don't get to see that. I think this year, Texas, we're seeing a lot more seminars, so you're being able to see a lot more from our area, actually interact. So you get to that one-on-one, which is what needs to happen. Because again, that as an amateur, that's what you're aspiring to be. I think for the most part, I can't speak for everyone, but you want to be a pro. That's the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, my goal isn't to be an Olympia. I mean, a pro. And then what I do from there, who knows what's going to happen? But to get that knowledge, whether it's through posing or just general questions, that's gold to have. You know what I'm saying? So we see that for other sports. So why killing?
Yeah.
So I guess the third thing was take advantage of seminars. If you actually see a pro at a show, the pros have been where you've been. Not all the judges have competed. So that feedback that you want, but from an athlete standpoint, information and some of those nuggets or jewels is important too. So if have your pro, MP Pro, whatever, don't be afraid to.
Yes. Most of us are very friendly.
I know I am.
Most of us are very friendly. And I know we probably look like we have resting bitch face all the time. I mean, I just naturally have resting bitch face. But I'm totally approachable. Ask me any question, and I
Okay.
will do my best to answer.
Side note to approaching, if don't show, maybe do it like after if they're not competing, because everybody knows. So just understand, if when you compete, you know where you're at. When you're hungry, you just understand that. But again, most pros that I've met, sweet people. So
I mean, you could approach me too. Just come with I mean, you could sweeten the deal if you have a cookie, or some chocolate. You feel me? Like I'm gonna be your best friend. We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be
Don't hurt
teammates.
her in that, please. Please don't. Like, I'm gonna need her to.
Oh man, this was it was an honor to speak with you.
thank you
Honestly,
guys so much
we are all,
for having me on. I appreciate it. I
yeah.
really appreciate it.
At all, no problem at all. I know we have been trying to get you scheduled for a little while, and then we kind of pulled things back a little bit from Olympia up until now. We wanted to get everything restarted for the new year, so I'm glad that you are our first of the year NPC person. So, we're looking forward
It's gonna be hard to follow.
Again, there's no rush. The stage will always be there. And
Yes.
above anything, just make sure that this is in place first before we do anything else.
Big facts.
Yes. All right, guys. So we've talked with Sheena Williamson today. Soon for next week, of course, we will be doing another NPC Figure Stars. We will actually start reaching out to some NPC figure athletes. Not only just going to have the interviews in person, but we do want to reach out to some NPC athletes to kind of like introduce themselves, give them, maybe 20, 30 second, like 30, 40 second clip of them introducing themselves and explaining who they are, who their coaches are, and we like to shift those out throughout the day on Sundays, along with obviously our interview that we do on Sundays as well. So if you are interested, please reach out, DM us, and we'll get that set up.
Yeah. And listen, it's an open forum. So if you guys want to hear anything, you guys want to talk to us, you have just comments or just support, slide in our DMs. We're people just like y'all. So, and we talk. We got a lot to say. Everybody has a lot to say. So send us some messages so we can just make it a friendly, open space. Because why not? If no one's doing it, then for us, then we got to do it for ourselves, right? On that note.
Yes.
All right.
All right, y'all. Tune in tomorrow. Of course, we have our normal midday activity. We're talking to pros, we're talking to what else within the industry. So tune in tomorrow and we'll get up onto YouTube later.
All right. Later.